What is going on, everybody? My name is Slowbeans, and welcome to yet another episode of All the Mods 10 to the Sky. So I had some footage get corrupted here, unfortunately. It wasn't too much though. And I also got a new microphone, so if stuff sounds a little bit different and bad, I apologize. I'm not really good at setting up microphones and how to set the right volumes and stuff like that. So we're gonna try this out and just kind of see how it goes. If it's bad, I'm sorry. But from last episode here, we finally have a teleporter that we can go pretty much wherever we want from wherever we want. Super cool there. Right over here, we've been working on our mechanism room. Let's go ahead and take a sleep. So I ran a cable down. We're already 25 channels of 32, so we're getting close here. But we have our panels here, so it's just a regular terminal, encoding, and an access. And we still have a pretty good amount of space, so I'm not worried about that just yet. But we have these ultimate infusing, ultimate crushing, and the compressing. So, oh, this guy's running out. I don't know if I automated that, but we pretty much have this all automated. So if I go to mechanism, for example, if I wanted to do this reinforced alloy, let's make like 50 of them. It's really, really quick. And all of this is automated as well, so once this diamond dust starts running out, it'll start making some more. Yep, look at that. Same with the reinforced obsidian. It'll crush obsidian and combine it with the diamonds, and that stuff is a pain in the butt to do, but now that it's automated, it's super nice, super easy. Now I don't gotta really think about it. But we went through the whole, if I can find it here, we went through all the tiers here. I built them all out to try to understand them. Tier 3 and tier 4 are pretty much the same thing, at least they're combined from what I understand. So if I take, one iron ore here, pretty sure this is still hooked up, but we have a bunch of different machines that are doing different things. But I can go here, and these are all upgraded now, so I can just throw that in there, and it's gonna go all the way through and turn into 5 of these iron crystals. And then I'm supposed to be able to throw those in here, and then they go in there, and then these clumps will get thrown into our furnace and get cooked. So that one ore gave us 5 clumps, which is not too bad. Not too bad. And I believe with the speed that it was, we should be able to keep up with the ores that we got going on right now. So I'm not too worried about it. We're just kind of setting it up here. So we have this thermal evaporation, whatever you want to call it here. Oh, we're doing a lot of temperature's really high here. Our water's not able to keep up though. Interesting. Okay, so that is able to keep up here. We're using just a sink with a ultimate mechanical pipe, and that's able to keep up with the brine. That brine is going into this electrolytic separator here, and it's making this chlorine. Again, everything's upgraded now, so it's making a lot of it. Then we got this chemical infuser. It's making hydrogen chloride with chlorine and hydrogen. The hydrogen is just coming from this guy here. And honestly, since we have that, we'll save some channels by just doing that here, because I can't be bothered right now. But then we got that water turning into this hydrogen, and we're dumping the other thing. We're bringing the hydrogen over here, and then we're making the hydrogen chloride. And for right now, we're just keeping this hydrogen chloride in here. So we got about 500,000 now, which is pretty good. I think that's gonna last us a while. This is actually what goes into this one here. Um, so we're gonna need a good amount of it. I think this is way overkill for what we need, but it might not be. Who knows? Because this is gonna do everything. Over here on this section, the only thing that we really need to worry about is this sulfuric acid. Sulfuric. It's kind of crazy. It's got a few different things. To make this sulfuric acid, you need water vapor, which is pretty simple. It's just water in the rotary concentrator. Big words here. We just give it some water here and pipe it in. It's pretty simple. Then we got an electrolytic separator again, just for the oxygen. And then we have this chemical oxidizer. This one is the sulfur. So we take sulfur into this machine, pump it into this one. We got oxygen, and then that sulfur dioxide, super loud. It makes that sulfuric acid from the sulfur trioxide. So many words, so many big words. Yeah, everything's pretty simple. I'm trying to make this in a way that if it just can't keep up, we can add more machines, and then it should be pretty simple to keep up here. But we'll have to wait and see how it is. Is that what it's saying? 4060. That's where I'm at. 4060 33. It says output is negative 300,000. Is that right? Alright, so this is, we've really derailed this episode already. I didn't realize that this is going to be taking up so much power here. But I'm trying to see what my max power is for this guy. So we're at 650,000. If we... let's go down to like 25. Change all. And we're producing... because it can't get more hot. And we're starting to actually use a good amount of fuel here. I think the problem might be that I made an ultimate chemical tank when I don't think I need to. In fact, I don't think I need a tank at all. And just having... I don't know how much this is going to take to fill up here. But as soon as it fills up, that means all the other machines are going to turn off. And they're going to take power. Because this is a lot. So I think for right now, we're not going to do that. In fact, all we're gonna do is just put that on there here, and then that way, this way we can continue to add them. We can stack them or do something with them, and this is only gonna run when we need it to, because the cables already have a storage amount here. I think, yeah. So we'll keep an eye on that, but I think we should be good. We're gonna need some oxygen in this guy, so we're probably gonna do these up, and then probably do this guy up as well. With oxygen, from what I remember, is this guy here. So let's see, what we're gonna do is dump excess on both. I'm not entirely sure on how to... oh, we actually don't even need that. Okay, so I have these set up now. This is gonna do the hydrogen chloride, and we should have a good amount of backfill here. Oh my god, that's gonna take a long time. Goodness gracious. I don't know if we have enough power to keep it all running here, but... we should. It's fine. I'll stop worrying about it for now. And then we also have some oxygen here from this guy as well. And that's just coming in. And we'll be able to add more, which we definitely will probably need to. Just to kind of keep them going. But we might need to work on this now. And have it take up even more power. So we'll have to see here. But so far so good. I'm not entirely sure how I want to do this. Do I just want to put pipes from here to here? I'm not sure, but for now we probably will do that. All right. So I've been working on this for a minute. I've been actually having some trouble. I don't know if this episode's gonna come out exactly when I want it to. I've just been having issues here with it. Very, very complicated here. So we got it set up here just a tad bit. We have an ender chest here with a few of these crystals. Okay, anyway, so I got this ender chest here with the crystals coming through. going into this injecting factory. This injecting factory is putting it in the purifying factory, where it puts it in these clumps. Then we got the crushing factory, which again we're gonna sort off. Then we're gonna enrich it, and then it goes into our ender chest to get cooked here. Back here again, we still have our oxygen is full here. Looks like that's good, being able to keep up right now. And then we also have our hydrogen chloride that's looks like it is also being able to keep up. Doesn't look like anything is struggling at all, which is really neat. We have this ugly thing. Admittedly, I haven't upgraded them all, which is why you can kind of hear it. But essentially, we have a wall of ores here. And I think these are all set up now. So like there should be no copper back here. Yeah. So these are all running. Each ore right now has its own, has 3 machines. It has a dissolution chamber, which turns it into a dirty slurry. And then that gets put into a chemical washer, which is just water and the osmium or whatever it is. Again, these don't have upgrades yet, so they're kind of slow. And then they get put into a chemical crystallizer, which this is the one that turns it into the crystal. Yep. And then it gets put into this ender chest, which is this one right here. And then again, it just goes to the line. But another thing that this thing is, it takes a lot of power. I mean, this is, 43,000 to keep that running. Now that it's full though, it doesn't use as much, but we were close to 1,000,000 RF that we were using when it was filling up, which was kind of scary. That's a lot of this thing can't produce that much. And so I was worried about it for a minute there, but it's been able to keep up now that it's kind of full. But I think for the most part, all of them are catching up here. But yeah, I mean, it's working. And I'm working on getting the upgrades for them so that I can not have to worry about it. But here in a second, these guys are just going to clear out, and then we'll be able to connect the ores that we have there to come straight here, and this should all take care of it. We just gotta pretty it up, make it look nice and fancy, which it does not right now. Another thing I wanted to try for today's episode, we're gonna calm down on that for just a second because it's a lot. It's been a lot. I don't know if I have an enchantment table. I do. Do I have any books? I have a few books. I don't remember how many I need. It might be, let's just do 20, which we're missing books. Alright, we're gonna put that book in there, and then bookshelves. Let's make 20 of those. Perfect. So we got 20 of them. I don't know necessarily where I'm going to put it for right now, but just for right now, we're going to set it down right over here because we don't have anywhere else to put it anyway. So just got to surround it here. I don't know if I can enchant this. I don't know much about this mod here. Raw XP cost. So let's get some lapis here. So if I just do this, what are we doing? We have efficiency 4 on breaking and soulbound. And then we have Reaper 4, Sharpness 3, and Bane of Arthropods. Okay. Okay. I mean, I gotta play around with it a little bit more. I'm not super familiar with it. I know there's a quest line here, I think. So I do kind of want to start working on... What is it called here? Yeah, I want to start working on this mystical agriculture stuff here. I'm not too familiar with it. But I honestly think this is probably the next step here. I need to get some Solium dust, which I'm not entirely sure on where to get that. It looks like if I sift some soul sand, we can get it through there. So it looks like we need to make this infusion altar, which, oops, this is the wrong one. I think we might need a few of those, honestly. So we're gonna make the infusion altar, and then I think we need 8 of these. Perfect. Alright, so we're up on the ceiling here. We're gonna put that there. I don't... Okay, it shows me where it wants them to go. Perfect. That actually lines up pretty good up here. We might actually make a room up here just to kind of have... it works pretty good, but let's see. What are we gonna start with? The air seeds? So we need prosperity seed base. We need inferium essence. Which is gonna do like a plus here. Like so. I've never done this, so this is all new to me. And then we need this air agglomerate. Alright, so then we just go and put those in there. And it's not doing anything. So what do we do here? Oh, okay. So we need a... Let's do like a... Actually, let's do a button. I think a button would be pretty cool. Oops. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. But then that should make it pretty simple there. Push the button. We might need the base. Might have to work on a room, make sure that it looks nice and it's not just out and about, but I think getting into this is a good idea. I think we do need to get into farming here pretty soon. I think it'll help us kind of get some more resources here. I'm gonna work on this a little bit off camera still, trying to get them to be more quiet. It is extremely slow still, so like we've had this for a minute there, but it is full from what I understand. So it's full there. We still got a stack in there. This is full, and then this guy is full as well. So, but I think we're gonna call it here today. I think next episode we're gonna do a little bit more farming and stuff, especially with this infusion altar. I want to go through the quest line here, and maybe even, I mean, get to the Insanium. I think this stuff is kind of crazy from what I remember, or it might be Supremium. I don't remember, but yeah, look at that. Dragon Egg, Nether Star Seeds, and all that stuff. But in order to get all those, I need a good farm for the rest of these. And the good thing is we have the Nether and we have the Fire Essence. So we'll be able to get soul sand here pretty soon so that we can start sifting it if we need it. Or I don't know exactly what we're planning with it. But we'll be able to get it here pretty soon, which is really, really cool. Specifically because of these seeds here. They'll let us do a bunch of stuff. So getting a room set up, and I'm not sure if we're gonna do... I know at the beginning of the series I almost went with garden cloches, but they just didn't work the way that I wanted it to. One thing that I do keep seeing though are these Bonnie plants. These things I keep seeing with everything, they might work with everything, and they're automatic, so I don't really have to do much. I'm not entirely sure if this is the route that I want to go though. But I will think about that here and get set up for next episode. And let's get rid of all this garbage here. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you guys here in the next one. Take care.